Hey friends, welcome to the Stationery Cafe, your podcast for everything stationery, journaling, and planning related. And this is April from Penguins Creative. We have Kelly from Kelly Love Letters here today, and we're going to talk about living the analog life and fun things in the community. So join us with a drink and let's chat about what's new in the stationery world. Hey Kelly, how's it going?
Hey April, it's good. For my drink today, I just have my big ass water bottle.
Is it as gross and gloomy and rainy in Portland as it is in Seattle right now?
I would say no because it is gloomy and slightly rainy, but it's also humid, so it's like the worst of all the worlds.
Okay, so that's all three things.
It's, it's but like from where I'm sitting right now, I have the open window and it like looks nice outside, like the sun is coming out, but I feel like it's like muggy, so it's not. I don't
I
know.
feel sad because it feels like fall has officially set in. I mean,
Which is the best time.
the pumpkin spice latte was like landed while we were at San Francisco Pen Show second day or first day.
That's actually April was saying let's do vendor shout outs. Let's shout out Starbucks for releasing their pumpkin spice latte because I got 3 of them during the weekend.
Oh my goodness.
One every day. I was like, let's keep it rolling.
Oh my goodness. I did not get a single pumpkin spice latte. Not even the pumpkin spice cold brew that one of our listeners recommended to me.
Oh yeah,
But
it's really good.
I have like a caramel apple kind of fit the fall theme, a caramel apple tea. And I added some yuzu jam to it, so it's
Oh,
sweetened.
you and your jam. Oh, I love yuzu so much.
I also feel like this might be good for my throat. Do we sound a little different today?
Yeah, I
Maybe.
I personally feel like I sound different, but I don't know if everyone else feels that way.
We're like,
April and I did that thing on Saturday when we went back to our hotel room and we're like, "Hey, like,
hey.
how was it for you today? Oh, it was really busy. How about you?"
We were just whispering at each other. Um,
Because it like hurts to talk after you've
it
been talking for 9 hours. Like,
I know.
oh
I
my
totally
god.
get that. It was so painful every night. But it was funny because we power through when it matters. But then
Yeah,
like when we're back into the rooms,
totally.
it's just like your body's like shut down. And I wanted to like remember, how every night, almost every night that we came back, usually it's me already being in the room, and then you come in and then you would
Mhm.
say, "Oh wow, that happened." Like kind of like this was a long day, like that just
Yeah,
happened, like what a day, things like that. Because San Francisco Pen Show did not disappoint. It has always and continue to be the best show of the year for us, I
mhm.
think. Like event wise, vendor wise, activity wise, people wise, like it just went above and beyond and outdone itself. Like
Yeah.
I've already have a topic. DC was great, but SF Penshow was Eric. I mean epic, but also Eric.
Yeah, just slide that in there. Eric from Eric Small Things for those that don't know what we're talking about.
Oh my gosh,
She's a very uh, talented kawaii
rubber stamp
create.
artist from Japan, and I feel like for those who had the chance to meet her and attend her shows, you guys have no idea how popular she is in Japan. She is god status celebrity at like
Yeah,
Kamihaku and like all those events. And her store, her booth is always the first to sell out, and you can't even like
yeah,
touch any
yeah.
of her rubber stamps. Like it's always on display or behind walls. Like even at her workshops, I
Hmm.
don't think people get to play with her stamps as much as we got to at this
Yeah, that
show.
makes sense because people just would. Not to say everyone would take stuff, and we can talk about that more later because that was a theme at the show. um, but it was so okay. I landed in San Francisco like a few hours after April did, so she was she had met with Eric and Ayako and who else? It
Good,
was Kue. We can say
good.
that now because she wanted to surprise CY. She's oh my god, why am I blanking on her Instagram?
Mirai Cat.
Mirai Cat. Yeah, I know that. I'm still kind of not with it. Um, So they met up with me. I decided to go to this random, like, kind of southern style. What would you call it, a diner? It was kind of
Yeah,
like that.
kind of southern food, comfort food diner-esque bar
Yeah.
place.
So they came to me. They met up with me because they were down in that area. I was like, I need to eat, and she's like, we already ate. I'm like, ah. So
I mean, it was
so
3:30.
I know it was a very weird time. It was a really dead in the restaurant.
You were the only one in the restaurant.
Yeah. But when they came in and we'd been sitting there for a while, and I was like, April, we're like literally sitting next to Eric Small Things right now.
And drinking like tea and just like you're eating that ube bomb explosion
Oh my
thingy.
god, that was so good. It was
The
an ube beignet.
beignet, yeah.
Ooh, good time. Anyway,
then,
sorry, that was kind of a tangent.
And we proceeded to eat homemade okonomiyaki with her later that evening.
Are we gonna? Are we segueing into that right now?
I mean,
and then doing the other part after.
Sure.
Since we're talking about it already,
most memorable experience.
Yeah, I think for both April and I, the most memorable experience at this show was like, we had gone to Kuei's cousins who lives in San Francisco with all the people I just mentioned.
Shout out Vaughn.
Yeah, Vaughn. Yeah, she's amazing. We just went to her home and like we all made friendship bracelets because she has a daughter that was making them, and then Ayako's daughter was also like making her own too. And so I was like, April, let's make friendship bracelets because we're sitting here, and then Ayako was making okonomiyaki, which is like that savory Japanese pancake, and miso soup too. And it was just it felt like a homestay, like if you've ever heard of those in high school and college, when you like stay at somebody's home, even if it's just for a day, just to like hang out and experience a different culture. And it was just
even though we live here.
Well, but like with Ayako like making us the traditional Japanese style food, and just it just felt very welcoming, and I didn't even expect that was going to happen to me that day, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like, I'm getting a home-cooked meal and hanging out with really cool people, and
I know.
It was just very, very neat.
The okonomiyaki was bomb, and
it was so good.
The miso soup was delicious too. Yep. Like, they actually went to Little Japan to buy or Japantown in San Francisco to buy the materials like the bonito flakes and like the seaweed and the wakame, like all that kind of stuff. It was very funny, and Kuei like completely caught me off guard because I thought I was I was just meeting Ayako from Cute Things from Japan downtown, like at Daiso. They wanted to buy some supplies for for their displays and stuff and for their workshops. And I was just there browsing the aisles, like browsing the thing, looking at baskets, and then suddenly this girl came up to me like, "Hey, excuse me, can you tell me how much this thing is?" And my first thought, I was like, it's all Daiso. It's like everything's $175, and I look at her with a slight contempt. Sorry, a slight judgmental look. Like, oh, everything here is $1.75. Looked at her, turned back to my shelf, and then was like, oh, that girl looks like Kuei, but there's no way she would be here. But wait a second, I turned back. Like, apparently Ayako, Cute Things from Japan, caught all of this on camera. Like, she said,
that's funny.
My eyebrows were so confused. Like, I was like, what? And it was a very successful surprise. I know CY wasn't as surprised as me, but they got me. They really got me. And it's funny because Ayako was trying really hard to keep it away from me because I was trying to host her. I was trying to be like, oh, let me get you to where you need to be, do that. But but it was so surreal to be making friendship bracelets at a stranger's house.
Right.
We ended up making friends with Vaughn as well, the host, and like her kids, and just had a very wholesome time and ate cake much later that night. And then we went out and climbed to the top of their hill to look down at like the starry like cityscape of San Francisco. Kind of remind me of a Hobonichi cover right then and
It
there, and
totally did.
hmm
Yeah.
but definitely core memory. Like, what the heck
For
is
sure.
happening right now? Eric is standing next to me, like taking photos of San Francisco on this
Yeah.
like empty San Francisco street. But it was weird, but also like I don't know if we made the best first impression for her for her first U.S. mainland trip. But um, oh,
Was
we
it
went.
really?
I think she's only been to Hawaii before, I
Oh,
believe.
wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So this is our first trip, and oh, we also went to see the Painted Ladies, which is one of the featured illustrations on her rubber stamp series for
And I didn't see it
this year.
because I was not. I, it was when I was in the lift ride up to the restaurant, so I just had bad timing, but it's fine.
It's okay. You didn't miss that much. It was a very, very steep hill, and I was
And that
eating.
was the hottest day in San Francisco for like a long time,
It
which
was
of course it was because we were there.
so hot, so hot. We were walking, and of course, these Japanese girls were all like, "We can walk to the Painted Ladies." I'm looking at them like, "Are you kidding me? No, we're taking a lift."
Yeah.
um, but it was very fun. We climbed the steep hill to go to the top of the hill of the park to look at the Painted Ladies, while munching on these like fastly melting ice cream cookies.
Yeah.
It was very
You mean ice
special.
cream sandwich
Oh, ice
made
cream
with
sandwich.
cookies.
Yes, with like really delicious dark chocolate cookies.
So I was super ignorant, of course. I didn't know what the Painted Ladies was. I was just like, what is that? Some kind of like art thing? Like just hanging out in the city. But it's the houses.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
series of houses with like the
For
cute
those of you
colors.
listening that also are like, what the heck are the Painted Ladies? That although you might have Googled it and I didn't do that because I was not smart.
I mean, I guess if you are not, I feel like, or maybe I don't. I have no excuse for you.
I don't know. I didn't know what it was. But yeah, all the houses in San Francisco are so cute, but they're all squished together, but they're all unique, which I think is, I don't know, it's kind of a fun thing to look at.
And the two of us also got to spend some time with our friends like the day before. Like the reason this trip we had so much fun is we both kind of made plans to go to San Francisco like a few days before the show because the show is chaos and we're going to be super busy and we needed time to relax. So the day before we went to Tartine, had some
Mm.
delicious bread pudding.
Tartine.
Oh my
April and I split
gosh.
the bread pudding. Oh, it was so
It was so good. And
Oh
then
man.
we went to this letterpress shop that bought
The
some
Aesthetic
cute.
Union.
Yes, got some. You got a poster. I got like a some. I got this like funky little bamboo brush for
Oh yeah.
watercolor. Um, and and then for the rest of the day, we also like walked down this cute street on Mission, checked out a
Mhm.
lot of fun stores, bookstores, gift shops, had delicious tacos, and then went back to get ice cream, and then made our way back
That ice
to
cream
our
was
hotel.
good. That was the buy right.
That's the shit.
Ooh.
Sorry. That is
It is though.
the bomb. I'm too lazy to edit this out. Sorry, kids. Um,
Sorry.
it is so
Ooh.
good.
Yeah.
I have to always get by right when I go to San Francisco. It's
I do too now. That's a
their
great.
black sesame and salted caramel. It's like my two favorite flavors.
I think I
And
got a scoop of s'mores and a scoop of it was malted vanilla,
oh,
which I feel like my friends would be mad at me because I always talk smack about vanilla ice cream because I'm like, it's boring. But I was like, it's malted vanilla. That's different. It's like a
I like
different
it.
thing.
I
Yeah.
like that. Um, so kind of let's wrap it back to up to catching up with the host, our San Francisco Pen Show recap, and I thought let's start with first impressions.
Hmm.
What do you think of the show this year?
Oh man. So, oh yeah, here we are. Um, my first impression, I guess I'm gonna start with a negative, because the hotel changed
Mm-hmm.
from, I don't know, the past 2 years it was at the same one. I think it was at that one for a longer time
Mm-hmm.
than 2 years, right? I don't know.
Yeah, we
But
don't know.
We don't know. We're not the podcast that knows things, but basically the layout was not, it was not conducive to those of us that were the vendors I'm speaking about. Vendors that were like located in like the kind of long hallway areas, because there's the main ballroom, which is where I think most of the crowd went, which makes sense because it's like that's where you're like, all right, let's go to the ballroom. This is where all the stuff is. But there was also like at least 2 or 3 like side
Hallways.
hallway
It's like the
situations.
DC setup, you know, the main ballroom
Yeah.
and the hallway around it, the corridors around it.
And then like there was another room next to the ballroom, which is where Mai from Paper Treats and like I wasn't Gina Salarino in there as well.
The small
And-
hidden room.
Yeah.
The door was not even like flush to the wall. It was like into the wall. And
Yeah,
then
and
you'll find the doorway. So it's
it was
super hard
secret.
to see.
It was like if you didn't know it was there, you could totally have missed it.
People couldn't find the workshop room too because it was opposite of that room and had the same issue. Like it was just a hidden room.
So I don't know. As a vendor that was in a hallway, like at the very end, it was not great. It was not a great location. We still got a lot of people, mainly because we shared a table with Bokumondo. Well, also everybody loves CY's grinds. It's not the only reason. Sorry,
but you know
CY.
why? I feel like they probably put you there to try to get people to go to that area.
Right, which is
they're
fair.
They're like, you're the clout.
Yeah.
You're the famous celebrity that people will find no matter what.
Yeah.
So let's put you in the hardest, in the furthest corner so that people will actually attempt to go through all the hallways.
Right. And they did. So for us, Friday morning was absolute insanity. We didn't even have time to set up. Like customers were coming and I had like all this crap everywhere. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm taking payments and it looks terrible, but like whatever. Because I think the show started, it was earlier than we all thought. Maybe they opened the doors.
It was 8. The earliest
Okay.
accessible time for all access holders are 8 o'clock. It's like a thing. Like I think I don't know about other shows. They probably have something like this too, but for me, it's a very San Francisco pen show kind of method. Like you can buy this like pass for over 3 days, but then you get early access to all the vendors,
which is totally worth it if you want Bokumondo. Which
is what happened because last year, remember, Friday was kind of like slow. You start out easy. It's only people who are vendors or those with pass to come. So you basically had time. Like I remember our first year, speaking from the point of view of design, Phil. We were setting up at 8. We didn't start selling till 10.
Right.
And then second year, it got a little busy, but we still had time to kind of like hang around with friends, even talk to CY for a bit last year.
Yeah, we didn't
and
have
this
time.
year, 8
No
o'clock.
time.
8 o'clock. It was like we couldn't have time to breathe. People were just coming in. It's as if everyone learned from last year that you ain't getting anything if you don't have the all access pass.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone bought all access pass.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the diehards, right? The people that know, like if you know, you know.
Toyota Craft, Pokemon.
Yeah, Toyota Craft for sure.
I mean, even Plotter, we had our special pre-debut of the Shiranami leather.
Yeah.
And those were sold out by 11 or 12 or something on Friday. So.
Which I just want to note, I was totally talking smack and being like, April, this leather isn't exciting, whatever. And then I saw hers in person. I was like, oh, it's so beautiful.
You really wanted it after seeing it.
I totally take back what I said. But yeah, so speaking from that point, it was a little difficult, but at the same time, we still did have a lot of traffic, and of course, CY was booked out for grinds the entire time, so like everybody, not just Bokumondo, but of course everybody wanted to see CY to get their pens ground, and we had several people saying, how do I get slots? And that's also one of those things that's like, if you knew to book ahead of time, you would have. But it sucks that that's how it is, but it's like, you know.
It's funny because, it's like those who had been to pen shows before would know, and honestly, we probably could do a better job kind of prepping new timers because I think our
Yeah.
podcast had introduced the show to a lot of newbies or new timers. So we'll do better next year. But like I am so happy that there's so many people who said to me that, oh, this is their first time coming to a pen show,
Yeah.
and then there's just all these things and rules and like, you know, way of doing things that you never know, and then you missed out, but that's okay because there's
Hmm.
just so much to look at, so much to see. A lot of people mentioned that it really feels like a stationery show this year, and
Yeah.
definitely,
But it was
I feel
great
like
though.
I'm to blame because I'm totally the one that like after last year, literally like within a few weeks, I emailed Ayako. I was messaging her like,
Really?
"Few things from Japan has to have a table here. This is like our crowd, our stationery crowd want more stationery. You should
Yeah.
exhibit here." And she's made plans ever since. And then Judy, who runs Tokubet's Memory, was like kind of, you know, toying around with the idea of visiting us and meeting all her Discord friends and Twitch friends. And I was like, why don't you get a table, you know, like
Yeah.
and then she kind of like roped Paper Treat into it as well, and then it just became a whole thing. Like I made a map before the event when they released the show map. I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, let me just highlight all the things that stationary people would be interested. And then I just kept adding. It was like
Yeah.
it was a full map of just vendors that people like us who, you know, maybe familiar with Yoseika stationery or with familiar
Hmm.
with jet pens and the type of modern fountain pens that they introduce. I mean, they're all available at the show, and you get to see and touch and try them in
Hmm.
person without having to like buy it or like do like, you know, test it out. So it was definitely a great show, in my opinion, for people going to a show for the first time. Like, this is the show to go. And I think that resulted in the really crammed hallways. Like
Hmm.
the organizers probably expected their usual crowd, but like there was more,
Yeah.
and the you know, they had constraints because how much more ballrooms say space can
Yeah.
you have, and how much more parking lots. Apparently, there's no
Oh, the
parking.
parking lot. I heard from several people that it was absolutely terrible.
Bananas. Yes,
Yeah.
it was. There was no parking space for both hotels. Both
Yeah.
hotels were pretty booked, accommodating all of us.
Yeah.
And I felt like the lighting was kind of weird. Like our ballroom is yellow.
Hmm.
You guys had like hell of a direct sunlight on your
Yeah.
backs during the morning.
Yeah, it wasn't I really didn't like it. It didn't get as stuffy as it did in DC, of course, but it got pretty stuffy, particularly on Friday.
And
Um
then like the smaller rooms is just like sterile kitchen
yeah.
light, like white blinding white light. So it was a very and then the hallways are like a little dark on some
Yeah, and there was,
sections.
some bottleneck areas, like Dromgool's was kind of in the hallway, but like right next to the entrance to the ballroom. So
Yes.
I think they had a pretty good location, but it was also kind of awkward because
Yeah.
like a lot of people were sharing with me like, oh, I wanted to look at that booth longer, but I felt like I had to keep moving
Because
because
I'm
there's so many
blocking
people.
someone. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So it was weird. Like I felt like the hallway could only allow like one side to have the vendor, you know, instead of
Right.
on both sides. So there's just
Yeah.
more space. But they just ran out of space. I kind of was thinking
Yeah.
if they had like made consolidate the workshops into just two rooms and then open up that one more workshop room to be also a vendor's room, maybe
Right.
that would have
But
worked
that
out.
mhm.
A little bit more of the hallway vendors can move into the small room, and then they just do focus promotion on the two rooms
Yeah.
in that space. um but I mean, I'm not the one organizing, I can say all these things, but I'm sure it's a
Exactly.
lot.
It's
I'm sure it's a ton of work. So
Oh yeah.
applause to the San Francisco
Yeah.
Pen Show people for pulling this off and just making it so memorable for people that attended. I mean, from my perspective as a stationery enthusiast and also like slowly going into the deep end of buying pens, there were so
It's not
many.
slow, everyone. Just letting you know. That was a lie.
A quick slide to the bottom. Um, I felt like there was a lot of stationery meetup opportunities this year. It's like there was workshops that were around stationery. There were workshops like rubber stamp workshops like with Eric. There was Abby C's workshops about journaling. There was Eileen Goldberg's workshop about urban sketching or like sketching with
Yeah.
fountain pens. And then also Bay Area Planner Meetup, Stationery Club Meetup, um, Stash Meetups, and
Stationery
then
Cafe meetup,
our Stationery Cafe After Dark Meetup,
which
which
I
was
was late to. So, okay, so here, what had happened was,
okay. All right, let's
uh,
hear it.
so pivoting a little, April and I, along with, I don't know, we were with like 15 people at this restaurant that was really close by, but it was not a very good restaurant,
No,
which
it
is
was a,
fine. You know,
it
what
was
are you
meh.
gonna do?
Yeah.
Like it was meh, but we ate food. Whatever, we got fed. That's what matters. But the thing was, April kind of pieced out early. She just skipped on the tab. I'm kidding. You just skipped on the tab.
I need to pay
I,
Jessica now that I think about
oh
it.
yeah, yeah. It was just she was like, I gotta get back early. I'm like, okay, I'm almost there, but like because of the pace of the restaurant, like, oh, do you want dessert? Oh, let's have some. I had like a limoncello cake, and like Drew was having like a tiramisu, but then he didn't get the tiramisu. He had to like remind them, and it was this whole thing. And so it took a while, and then it also took a long time for us to get our check, which I also don't want to trigger anyone that works in a restaurant because I totally know, like, my brother was a server for many years and he told me so many horror stories, so I know that like working in a restaurant is a lot. So I'm not throwing shade at them. It just happened to take a long time. So that was my reason for not making it back on time to my
I felt
own meetup.
I was done with dinner and it was like almost 8 o'clock. Our event is 8 to 10:30, and I was like, I cannot not be there to an event that was named after us. So I have to, like, some of us have to be there. So I bailed early, and Toasty was ready to go too. So I was like, perfect,
Yeah.
get on this Uber with me. And so Zoom backed, and you know how last year with the Stationery Cafe After Dark, we did like a panel with
Mhm.
CY and Brad and
Mhm.
Drew. It was such a fun event.
It was really cool.
And a lot of people came, and there was no room to sit. And
Yeah.
this year, the room to meet was actually much larger. And honestly, that should have been another ballroom, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I
That could have,
actually really liked the room our meetup was in because it accommodated everyone, and like the one from last year, like you said, it didn't really feel like a welcoming place to hang out, but this one was like, it had the nice
bright,
lights, it had the
large
big tables.
tables.
Yeah,
Yes.
and everybody was sitting around journaling, and I didn't get a chance to talk to every single person, but I wanted to.
It was
Everybody
like
was so cool.
nine tables or nine clusters of people,
Yeah.
and it felt great because it really was a genuine like meetup and opportunity to bond over stationery, even though you may
Yeah.
not know each other. There's obviously tables where people already knew each other, but there were tables where it was like strangers, but then they got
Mhm.
talking, and everyone just had a good time. And I was like, oh, I'm so happy because
Yeah.
I was so worried they were expecting us to do something, but obviously we didn't prep anything.
Yeah,
Like we
there were some people that saw me at CY's table and they're like, "Oh, I'm looking forward to the podcast later." I was like, "Yeah. Oh, wait, what?"
no, we're not doing anything. Like it was just a meetup. So
Yeah.
it ended up being it ended up being okay. And I think a lot of people, I hope, had fun. And I made everyone kind of like do this fun activity where
Oh
they like
yeah.
draw
Oh,
something and
there's
just
me.
write their name. This is you, this unoriginal cat.
Hey.
Look
People
at
were
this.
passing it around and like, you have to draw something. Hey, it's
Look, look
cute.
at this cow above yours. So
I do
good.
like the cow.
By
That's better than
Nick.
mine.
Nick. Tokyo Bay drew this really adorable owl. I'll share this on our Instagram. And I love this
Yeah.
one by Beth. She drew me with a pen. It looks like I'm about to stab someone with this.
Yeah, it
I
does.
love it.
I like that little turtle too, right underneath it.
Yeah. So it's amazing. It was so much fun. And like even Ayako and Eric joined, and then Toasty was passing around her forbidden book of science. you know, her
Yeah.
notebook with like questionable content,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
and we made Eric flip through it too. It was so funny.
What did she do?
She was like looking at it very carefully. It was very funny.
That's
Um,
funny.
it felt like the station people finally can also enjoy a little bit of that after darkness. You know,
Mhm.
like with at pen shows, one of the best part is the after the event. You hang out at bars, right? You're like
Mhm.
sitting at the open area, and and we got to participate in a lot of that in the previous shows. But then, as soon as I saw, kind of this hotel layout and stuff, I was like, "Ooh, I don't think there's enough space for stationery to spread out in this hotel
Right.
unless
Yeah.
we really get like a huge room dedicated to it." And I just hope that people get to enjoy that, and the next year they could like kind of be more or less afraid, won't be as afraid to kind of like
Mhm.
engage with strangers afterwards. That's something I always quite admire about the pen people. It's like it's so easy for them to just you know
Yeah. I mean,
join.
not everybody, but I know what you mean. That it's because it is a pen show. That it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
easier to do that. But I genuinely enjoyed talking with every single person that I talked with in there, and I appreciate everybody. I don't think we mentioned yet. Like I I'm sure you had the same thing, but quite a few people came up to me throughout the show at the booth, and they were like, "Hey, I love listening to the podcast, and it's so cool to meet you in April." And I just it feels really special for that to happen, and I appreciate everybody that did that because it's just nice. It's just special.
I passed out all of my stickers like by
Oh
day
yeah,
two. And then I just keep telling them, go find Kelly. She drew a postcard. Like, grab the
yeah.
postcard.
And actually, I did have 22 leftover postcards, and I was like, no, I wanted to get rid of all of them. But
No.
for a little bit, I forgot to give them out, so that was my fault. But in
um,
the haste of, or not the haste, or is that what I mean? The
the
haste of setting
frenzy.
up the frenzy.
Hmm. Um,
Yeah.
Lots of doggos.
Oh, so
So,
many
so
dogs. That
many
was so cute.
doggos. I love
Of
the
course, Odin.
show.
Odin is
Odin
always there.
and Bjorn. Bjorn.
Bjorn.
And there's a dog that looks just like Odin, but with a
Ah,
white, like a pink nose. A
oh.
huge Alaskan mammoth. I forgot the name. It's a huge white dog that looks
Mike
like a
said
wolf.
it was a white German Shepherd.
No, it's much
Oh.
larger than that.
Oh.
Oh no, Odin might be. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Also, he just said, I
Oh,
don't know.
it's an Alaskan Malamute.
Alaskan
Look,
Malamute.
look at that. It's a huge, freaking large dog, I think.
Yeah.
And was just like, you know, decided to come into our plotter booth, like behind our
Cute.
table, and just like rested his head or her head on like Christina's feet. It was
Oh.
the cutest moment. And oh my god, those chairs. Okay, I need to talk about those chairs. Health, like hazard. The
Dude, those
chairs.
chairs were the worst.
Oh my god. If there's anything I really, really want to complain about, it's the San Francisco Pet Show chairs for vendors.
Like, I literally have this giant bruise on
I
my
have
leg.
20 or so scratches, bruises, like just all around my shin and my knees, I think,
I
underneath my
have
knees.
it like right below my knee, like on my calf.
Yes,
I don't even know how
yes.
that happened.
It's
It
like
was
the
pretty brutal.
the chairs have these like weird like L-shaped like metal hooks on both ends for some weird reason. They said that it's easier for chairs to stack or whatever, but like it is so dangerous. Like I have
Yeah.
multiple instances where I was trying to just get to our products or dig underneath the table and almost rip my jeans like
Yeah.
several times. Like
Or almost ripped your skin.
it did rip my skin several times on the days I wore shorts. It
Yeah.
was so bad. Like I was like at night I was like, what happened? Like was I assaulted somewhere? Like um and then obviously I was helping setting up the Eric Small Things workshop, and that was so much chair moving and table moving, and
Yeah.
I could have seriously injured myself several times with those chairs. So um Marriott, no, the Westin, you can do better.
Please.
Please get better chairs. Um, let's see what else. Oh, another thing I noticed is just like the amount of rickshaw collaboration bags, like
Yes.
branded bags. Like Skoxy has their one. It's kind of like a beachy kind
Oh
of
yeah,
like
yeah. I liked
vibe
that one.
one. I keep wanting to stop by to see it, but I didn't have time.
Yeah, I also
Um,
didn't have time.
Kirk made one that had Ame's illustration on it
Yes, I really liked that one a
with the
lot.
nib wolf.
Oh, I've got it right here. Hold on, I've got the sticker.
Oh, you got the sticker? Nice. I didn't even get a
Ah.
sticker this year from
Kirk
him.
was right next to our booth, so he gave me one.
Nice. Venice kind of reissued the one they did 5 years ago with like illustrations from this Filipino artist, like that
I
also
don't think.
came to the event. It was
See, I
really
don't think
cool.
I even saw that one. I didn't.
It's it's beautiful. It was like inks. It's kind of like ink splatter calligraphy with
Oh,
many different colors of inks.
yeah,
It was
maybe
very
I saw
nice.
that.
So I just can't wait, Kelly, for us to make our
I
stationery
know.
cafe rickshaw, and then it's gonna be a hit for whatever event we do next.
Since we're talking about rickshaw right now, I just want to say Elisa from Inky Rocks, which I love her so much. She gifted this to me.
Oh,
It's the pumpkin one.
2 pen sleeve with the
2 pen sleeve. Yep.
koozie with the soft orange fur.
Yes. So good.
Perfect for the weather, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
She's
Wow.
amazing.
40 minutes and we've only been like first impressions. Let's get to this next part where I'm going to
That's how we
switch
do.
to a top-down
Oh,
camera.
you're switching.
Because we're talking about our acquisitions now.
Oh boy. I didn't do a fancy setup like April did, so I'm sorry in advance.
but you can go ahead.
Oh,
with
I'm going
yours.
first?
You're going first.
Oh, okay. Well, why are you doing that?
Well, I just wanted to prep.
Okay. So, all right. My acquisitions.
Yeah, I could use my face, to be honest.
So,
for the reaction.
And basically, like, because CY's booth was basically busy the whole time, I only got up to go to the bathroom, so I didn't. And on my journey back, because that was my other complaint about the hotel, was there's literally one bathroom on that floor.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sucks. So
you had to basically go across the entire venue, right? To
yeah.
the opposite end because of where you guys are.
Yeah. Which, you know, it is what it is, and it worked out, but I guess that way I got a little walk in and was able to just quickly look at some things and quickly
we'll call
spend
this
money.
Section the bathroom acquisitions.
Exactly, yes, because I do that every year. So the main, well, okay, hold on. The main thing that I was very excited about that I think I might have did I talk about it because it was like announced on Boongaboxes?
We talked about it last episode.
Yeah. So I got the little witch. This is the cool box. Oh, there's the Kawaii logo. And here's the beautiful pen, which I'll try to. Oh god. Oh, there we go. That's a decent light. It's not a decent light. Basically, it's a matte metal Kawaii, matte aluminum, all sport or AL sport. It says the little witch on it in kind of like a bright pink writing, and the pen itself is like a deep dark purple, and I really like. I'm trying here. This isn't working out. Nope, this isn't gonna work. But
can't
April's
see
like, just stop trying. So I bought the ink that I put in it. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. And I think the converter might have come out. I feel it. Oh no, it didn't. I'm just paranoid. So okay, the nib itself is a steel nib, but it's like a black ion plating, so it just looks really kind of badass. And the finial's black too.
Nice.
And so the ink that I put in is actually from Kiwi Inks.
Oh.
And I love the guy from Kiwi Inks. I want to shout him out. It's called A Witch's Potion.
Oh. So good. I wanted to visit Kiwi Inks, but I didn't have a chance to.
I know, so I didn't really either, but I just did anyway.
I wanted the Quetzalcoatl.
I thought about buying that, and I was like, I should keep it keep it to a minimum. But I did break down and buy this giant notebook that they make too.
That's a huge notebook.
It's really big. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's an A5 size. It's got like 180 GSM, but the paper actually is fountain pen friendly. I did test it, so
nice.
So these two were my Kiwi Inks
acquisitions.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll just see. I literally bought it and then just said, "What am I using this for? Who knows? We're at a pen show. Money's not real." So,
I love it.
So, and you people that have been to a pen show know that to be true. And one of the first things I actually bought, I just gave Annabelle from. Why am I forgetting her Instagram?
Oh, Strings and Petals.
Strings and Petals. Sorry, Annabelle, I love you. She was like hanging out with me and CY a little bit, and I was like, Annabelle, can you please go? I just gave her my credit card, and I was like, please buy this for me. So it's the Everyday Explorers Co. stamp set. It's like a mini one. It's not as big as her normal ones.
Awesome.
It's just called At the Pen Show. So it says like, there's a little like pen show, city, and date. So you can use it for not just the San Francisco show, which is very cool.
I wish I had that at the beginning of the year.
Right?
We went to California Pen Show, Pacific Northwest Pen Show. I went to DC. I went to Chicago. It would have just.
And there's like
so
pen show exclusive, pen show workshop, pen show meetup added to my collection. My show hall, pen friends. It's like, oh, and all the pens can't stop, won't stop. That's probably the one that April needs the most. I only bought this pen. I'm
buying pens faster than Kelly now. That's how scary it is. Yeah.
But I will shout out CY because I also have his pen. And wow, I don't actually have it with me. Oh my god. Oh, it's right here. Just kidding.
The Kakari is the name.
Yes, the Kakari. That's what this is called. It's from his brand Cusado. I got the one in black. It is numbered. It's 18 out of 50. It's titanium, black PVD coated. I know everything now at the end of the show, so I can finally like tell people the correct thing. It's got a 14 karat gold nib. It's rhodium plated and it's got his logo on it. It's really cool. This pen, I'm gonna shout Joe out from Gentleman Stationer really quick because I saw him during one of my bathroom breaks and I was like, "Hey Joe, how's it going for you?" And he was like, "So tell me about CY's pen." I'm like, "Oh, explaining to him the specs and everything," and he's like, "Well, I don't know. It seems like kind of a lot." And I'm like, "Yeah, it kind of is." And he's, And then like I get back to the booth at some point during the day and CY is like, "Oh, put one aside for Joe Grace from Gentleman Station." And I was like, "Wait, he was talking smack." No, he wasn't talking smack. He was just like, "I don't know about it."
No, he said something like, "Why does CY have to go and do that? Like, kind of like, why is he doing this to us?"
But see, the thing is, yeah, someone else had showed it to him, and then he was like, "Oh no." So it's really the kind of pen where you don't know until you hold it. It's like very substantial. Several people told me, "You could use this to break glass." I was like, "Yeah, you probably could." I don't know.
It's a pen and it's a weapon.
It's got a monster ink capacity at like 3.8 milliliters.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like if you only bought one pen, this could be it because it has everything.
But I need it to be in green.
I know, right? I want it to be another color. He is thinking about other colors too, just saying. But
if you could do like a green cap and a pink finial, or like the end cap to be pink,
I would love that.
Can he make like a special edition for us? Just for us? I mean, like 10 pens.
Let's tell him that. I'm sure he would love to hear that.
Sorry, CY, we love you.
Yeah,
maybe.
So it comes in for right now, it's just the plain titanium, which is like a silver or just the black.
Get it anodized, and then we get the special colors.
Right? Yeah. One of these days, maybe.
one of these days.
Oh,
Nice.
wait. Am I still talking about
Yeah.
acquisitions? Little Wish
What other
Boyko.
things?
Oh, okay. Here was the
Oh,
thing I was
you
most
bought
upset
it
about. I bought,
or
well, okay.
the
So,
notebook?
yeah, Kurnow Bookbinding, which is, I've known them since the first SF Pen
First
show
pen
I went
show.
to.
Yes.
At every single time I walked by their table, I saw this, and it's really well bound. It's got this gray paper inside.
You gotta
It
talk
is
about the cover.
it is lined, yeah. So the cover is it's a book, and it's Hocus Pocus, the all new sequel. It's got the three Sanderson sisters like kind of silhouettes with their hair,
Hmm.
um, and it says "Witch, please." And I just kept walking by, and I'm like, okay, it's still there. I'm not gonna do it, whatever. And on Sunday it was still there, and I was like, ah. It's like,
Nice.
if it's there on Sunday, I'll buy it. And it was there on Sunday. I'm like, ah.
It's
And the
meant for
guy was
you.
like, oh, I figured someone would like that. I'm like, yeah, the someone is me.
I think on the second day when you passed by it, I was there, and the guy was like, "You should just buy
Oh.
it." And then you were like, "I had to get back to my table."
Yeah. Yeah. And then I did eventually. So,
Nice.
don't regret. Also, don't know what I'm going to do with it. But, it's fine. And then the rickshaw
Kelly loved
koozies.
Kelly loves notebooks.
Yeah, I do. I did pick up my Cinderella glass dip pen. It got fixed. That's when
Yay!
the main reason I went to Boongabucks was to pick up my dip pen, and then I was like, "You have the little witch right now."
Yells
I
at
didn't know
them.
you had it. They sold out on Friday too, so I'm glad I went when I did. Um, so the pen is perfect. It's amazing. Or do I have to show it? Hold on.
No, you don't have to show it. It's fine.
I'm going to.
I don't want you. I don't want you to break it accidentally.
No, I won't break it. I'm in total control. Look, it's perfect.
Again.
It's a really pointy tip now, which is great. So I keep putting it back in the thing.
So you know what I did the other day, or yesterday? I went out to have ice cream, and as a treat at Salt and Straw, and they have the little kids cup,
Uh-huh.
and I kept it and washed it, and that is going to be my glass pen rinsing cup from now on.
Oh, nice.
Because it's like a cute shallow paper cup with like just the right capacity, way bigger than that stupid Ferris wheel press carousel
yeah.
ink thing.
No feelings about that or anything.
But I was like, I need to learn from Kelly's horrible experience of breaking glass pens when rinsing it in a glass jar.
Yeah, that was dumb. Don't do that.
So if you happen to have like an ice cream place near you, maybe ask for one of their small like cups. I think those are perfect for cleaning your glass pens because it's like paper and it holds water.
I'm just nervous about this. It'll be fine. I'm going to put it right here in my Toyota craft thing. Okay, anyway. Glass pens and of course Cute Things from Japan and Eric Small Things collab stuff and paper treats. I was showing my mom everything last night. Here it is. These cute little like note memo pad.
Yes.
Little sticker sheet. Little postcard.
The Painted Ladies is on it too.
Yeah, so I saw him. One of these Oeda letterpress packs that I guess she does sell on her site.
Or from paper treats.
From paper treats, yeah. It's nice. Like if you don't want to commit to buying a whole thing of one Oeda letterpress, it's like got a lot of different things.
Sample pack.
Which is kind of cool. And then these two from paper treats as well. Oh my gosh. These cat ones.
Stickers.
Yeah, we've got a Mindwave. Who's this artist? It says Lampo. I don't know if that's the artist. And then fourlegsfactory.net. So cute.
Four Legs is the artist that drew the mushroom cat. Or no, not the mushroom cat. Sorry. That's another one. That drew these cats with soup. It was very cute. So I was really happy.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Did you pick up the paper treats newspaper?
Of course, though? Yeah.
Don't you think this is just such a genius freebie?
It is.
Or it's not freebie. You have to pay $1 for it, but still,
Oh.
It is amazing. It is so good. There's a crossword puzzle at the back that I did but couldn't complete Can someone tell me who is the lonely letter writer in Link's Awakening, please? That is the
In
only
Link's
thing.
Awakening.
It's like
Oh
a
man.
game.
Yeah, I know what that is. Come on.
Well, I don't know, just in case.
I don't know who that is though. Dang. I need to be a better nerd. Yeah, so all in all, I didn't actually do that bad because I could not escape that much.
That
So
is
that's
the
the
key
upside.
to saving your wallet is to keep yourself so busy that you can't go around and do damage. Like for
Yeah.
how busy I am and how much damage I did, I'm like, thank goodness I am not free. Like
Yeah.
for the duration of the show.
Yeah, you did some decent damage, wasn't it on Saturday or Sunday?
I think Saturday morning when it was slow. Remember
Yeah,
there
and you
was
were
a
like, I was going back to the booth, and you were like, Kelly, look at what I just did. I just bought this pen. I'm like, oh my god, April.
Oh wait, oh that's Sunday
I
morning.
think that was Sunday.
That's Sunday morning because I picked up the ink from CY. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. But Saturday morning there was a lull, like back to first impression. It was weird, right? Like there was that weird timing where you texted me, "Are you guys slow too?" And I
Yeah.
sent you a photo, and it was just empty in front of Plotter's table, like two tables just empty. But then like it was a just kidding moment because
Yeah.
right after that 10 a.m. the crowd came in and we
Yeah,
were
because it's
swamped after.
general admission. But
Yeah.
like, I think it only took the intense 8 a.m. people like an hour to complete everything, and then it was dead for like an hour. I'm like,
Yes.
oh, okay.
Yes. Saturday morning was kind of like that. It was kind of funny. All right.
So what's April's acquisitions? Let's go.
My turn. Get that
Top
top down camera. I know. I hope I will try to get this on YouTube sooner, but maybe you guys have to wait a week. So I'm gonna start with my pen show acquisitions first, like actual.
And by the way, I just want
stuff.
to point out, I think the Vanishing Point that you're seeing right now, that was not a pen show acquisition because you bought that from one of our friends and she brought
That's
it
true.
to the show. So you
That's
didn't
true.
even, that was, don't
I
put
know.
yourself under the bus for that one.
Pat me on the back, man. Like I didn't buy that many pens.
Yeah.
And for those who are listening, they're both greens, so
they don't count.
I'm still within my quota. I can still buy one more pen this year. Let's not count how many green pens I bought this year.
Yeah, that's fine.
But my initial purchases were one that I had regretted not getting at DC, which is the Toyota Craft 5 pen. Is it 5? Yeah, 5 pen tray.
I have one of those.
I know, the one that you got without me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just have to remind you
just like
every
the
single
bubble tea.
year. I got you bubble tea first night.
She guilted me so much. Oh, okay. That's
but
fine.
wasn't the bubble tea great? TPT, my favorite
It was
place.
really good.
I thought of you and CY. Anyway, at DC, I picked up my custom pen box from Toyota Craft, and then I wanted to buy the blue one after seeing it in person. It's so gorgeous.
It is really pretty.
And they were sold out so quickly in DC. But apparently in San Francisco, it's even more wild. Apparently on Friday morning, there was a 1 hour and a half queue.
Oh, really?
To pay.
That makes sense for them.
It is so busy. And so I actually had sent, like, I didn't buy this like by myself. I asked a friend to help me pick it up.
Yeah, that's what you got to do sometimes.
But Toru was saving it for me. Thank goodness, he's such a nice guy. Like honestly, if you guys wanted things from him, message him on Instagram. He usually is very responsive and actually does take pre-orders.
Nice, that's cool.
I bought one of the orange pen rests. I
thought about getting that. I should have just done it.
You should have just done it. It's so good, Kelly. You can rest your pen like in two ways. Like you can rest it on like the little dent that it made on the front side, and then on the back side, it actually has a entire crevice, so you can rest your whole pen along.
But does it rest like when it has that little thing attached to it? It's
totally nested inside.
Oh wow!
So cool. It's attached to this like string that used to be, those old school phones, like back in our 90s. You can put these on
Oh,
your phone, tie it
that was me.
to your butterfly Nokia, something like that.
Yeah,
So
100%.
it was designed that way, but I might actually switch it out into like a charm style lobster claw, so I can clip it maybe to my TN or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's a
Make
good
it
idea.
more practical. But DC, he made one in blue, and then for San Francisco, he did like the San Francisco color, which is this
Mm.
bright orange
Oh, that's really
wood.
nice.
So that's from Toru-san, the Toyoka Craft. And like you said, yes, I did pick up a pen from my friend Emily. An unexpected letter, I think, is her Instagram.
And she
And
didn't realize that this pen came with 3 15 ml bottles of Pilot Roshi Zuku.
I did not. I thought I paid only for the pen. It came in a huge box, but it's a, it's like one of those special edition Vanishing Points.
It's a really good
Um,
one.
and it's called Bamboo, so it has this beautiful gradient from deep dark green to like a lighter green. And you guys know I was in my green phase for a long time, and
What do you mean was?
when this came out, though, I was not a Vanishing Point fan. I was on that high horse, like
Oh, I didn't know
Vanishing.
that. I didn't know
I
you were on a high
remember
horse.
you mean were you not listening? I've been always kind of like, no, I had a very bad decimal to
Oh,
start
that's
with,
right.
and I didn't
It's
like
because you bought
Vanishing
it from
Points.
Amazon.
Yes, I blame Amazon fully. So
100%.
I have not liked Vanishing Points since, and I've always been like, you know what, I'll never get a Vanishing Point. But then I bought that Monet a
Oh,
while
yeah, the
ago,
Monet.
and that just tipped me straight into the
Oh,
Vanishing
yeah.
Point.
I know. I want to get a special edition one, I think, is where I'm at.
And so this bamboo was a beautiful limited edition. Like 2 years ago or a year ago, I didn't want it, but this year now I want it, and I got it. So that was the first pen from the show that I paid for in advance. I got the nib from Kirk. He does these like custom engraved kind of laser engraved nibs
Mm-hmm.
in the Joel or the Bach nib housings. He had them for Pacific Northwest Pen Show too, with the little like kind of the sign
The
with the
Old
deer.
Town logo in Portland. Yeah.
Yes. And so I bought the one he did for San Francisco, which features the trolley, the cable cars.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
really cute.
it says San Francisco 2023 in an M nib. Really cute. I was thinking I might get him to grind it at one point, but he's too busy this show.
Yeah. Yeah, he was busy.
And it's in a new pen. So this is the pen. So
Yeah.
I just want everyone to not go back to the last episode and listen to what I said about not buying pens, because that obviously
Oh, I remember when you said that, and I was like, listen here, folks, it's a lie. Hey, but at least you only bought one, technically.
I only bought
so
one.
Same with
And
me. We're good.
and this was a pen that I would have wanted to buy a while ago anyway. So this one's by Carolina Pen Company,
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Brooks, and his like interesting materials.
Mm-hmm.
So um,
Did we
this is
talk
a
about it? It's pink and green swirl. I don't think you talked about the color.
I have not. I was gonna get into it, but it's the first of all, it's a green pen. It was mostly green, but with like pink swirls throughout, which immediately gives me like cherry blossom vibes, but
Of course.
in a gooey way because of the
Mm-hmm.
way these acrylic kind of flows.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he was telling me about how his daughter helped picked out all these names and like the reason why there was a pen sleeve called Unicorn Autopsy.
Autopsy. Yeah.
Autopsy is because like one of the pens is called the unicorn hair, the other pen that's like really glittery yellow is called unicorn horn, unicorn hooves, and like so I got this pen which is called Bad Intentions because they
Which I
actually have
love.
I love like the moment he shared the story, like it gives me more connection to the pen. I feel like that's
Yeah.
always just how you get able to buy a pen is to make up a good story for it.
Yeah.
um, and so the name, the color, and I've been to Brooks' table for so many shows now. He always has that table where like all the pen blanks are just scattered on the
Yeah.
desk,
They're just
like
all out.
for you to pick through the chaos. Like I've seen it in DC, seen it in Chicago, seen it in like Pacific Northwest, seen it in California. Did he come to California Pen Show? But last year as
I think he
well.
probably did.
And I I've just always wanted one of his pens, and like this finally was. It was Sunday morning. It was very calm. There was no one at his table. And I was just like, hi again. And then, like, because I picked through his table at Portland a
Mhm.
few months ago. And then when I was looking at his primary manipulation, the rainbowy one that I showed you before,
Mhm.
but then I accidentally hold up this one, and it was just the perfect green and pink.
It really is. I'm kind of upset about it.
It's so good. I wish there was a second one, and then we could have just both gotten it. It's only $200, which is pretty fair compared to all the recent prices
See,
of
I
pens.
would have liked one that was the opposite of yours that's like more pink with like a little
Uh,
green.
oh yeah, that would have been
We could
so
be little pen
cool.
twins. Maybe he'll have one some other time.
Someday. Ill intentions, maybe.
Yeah,
so, so I got those. Those are my stationery pen purchase. And then going from there is just all
a little
stationery.
chaos. Yeah.
No chaos. I, of course, also bought the um, acrylic stamps from Everyday Explorers. I actually have a list. So I was very good. I was on the airplane and I made a list of things I
Nice.
absolutely must buy from this show. And it was only like 6 items. And I hit all of them. And the Carolina Pen Co. is like the unexpected seven. I guess seven is my magic number. Um, I got the stamp that's like a workout one because I joined
Nice.
a gym. So I guess I could use this now. We'll see. We'll see. And
I'm
of course,
trying.
I have to stop by Judy's table, Tokubet's memory, and she made this super fun
Cute.
kind of like ticket where it's like features her Twitch VTuber characters, and it's kind of like an airplane ticket from Taiwan to San Francisco. She has a
Nice.
she has a small print here. Like it basically this ticket is designed to say, "Oh, first class, vendor,
Mhm.
date, which room I'm in, blah blah blah." Small print warning. Tokubetsu memory will not be responsible for all the wallets crying upon visiting. Please come visit with caution. Buying stationery may occur a roller coaster emotional damage and being brokey for weeks, but still content and happy. Worth.
Brokey. Yeah, that's me.
I love it. So I got some cute tapes from her. To be honest, I was also like, Judy, I probably won't buy too much from you because I um, might see her again soon. But here is a cute washi tape with like
Cute. What's
with
happening in there? Are they
animals and
wearing
bun.
bunnies?
Yeah, they're all wearing bunny hats.
Cute.
So cats, bears, dogs wearing bunny
Aw.
hats. Um, a bunch of like random stickers. I'm just gonna lump her order with my paper treats order because it was just too many. Um, let's see. Oh, my
I
Eric
know,
Small
right?
Things stickers.
Nice.
I got a bunch. Oh, here's a sticker flake of the girls, also from the
Oh,
same artist from Judy.
cute.
And just like you, I got a bunch of random stationery from
Nice.
Paper Treats, just sticker sheets from Mind Waves featuring these cozy animals. Kelly only bought one. I bought all seven in the series because I'm a completionist.
Yeah.
The cat sticker
The
that you got, the
cats.
4 legs, I got the other two. I got like
Mm.
the
You didn't
random.
get the cat ones?
I
Oh
The
my
thing
god.
is, Mai was doing this thing where she didn't have everything on the table. So if you visit
Oh.
her every day, it's all different.
Oh,
She
that's
could
kind of cool.
It's kind of wild. And like the first day I go, like it was one set of things, and the second day those would have been sold out, and she would have put out different things. And so it was different every single day, and these were the ones I could get my hands on. um, Waka En, one of my favorite illustrators from Japan, with that cozy bear
Hmm.
illustrated
Oh, that one's
crayon
cute.
style, like having an afternoon party, and the sun is like, I don't know, on like a bread shelf. So cute, kawaii things all around. Oh, back to inks. I did buy the two exclusive inks that Flax Pen and Paper did with Troublemaker.
Yeah.
They did three. The other one is like a blue with like a brown sheen. But anyway, I
But we
got
don't buy blue in this family.
you do blue back black though, right? Is
Yeah.
it you?
No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding. I was talking about you.
yeah, not me,
You don't buy
not
blue.
me. I buy green, so I got sage green, and I also bought Momo Mochi, which is like a soft creamsicle peachy color. So those two, and Cookie is snoring. It's kind
Oh,
of
cute.
cute. I bought a bottle of ink from CY, one of those really special Athena inks.
The
That's in the
Marzen.
Maruzen. Then he's really good at
I've actually
marketing
got
and
the
selling.
swatch right here, and the lighting's actually good right now.
Oh my goodness, that's such a beautiful teal color. Oh, with like a red sheen.
So he also kept telling people that this ink, apparently, when you write with it, it's like a different color, and then when it dries, it's a different color.
Oh my God.
So you're
Uh,
gonna look forward to that one.
Yeah, it's called Ao Midori, which
Yep.
is kind of like a jade blue green color.
And these
And
are the ones he says are you can only buy them once a year.
yeah, yeah, that's what he says.
The one and I also got one of those. I didn't talk about it though. I think it's called Keiyaki, but it's like a also a dark green that April you'd probably like that one too.
Okay, let's share samples
Yeah.
next time we see each other. I forgot to show the stickers that I bought
Oh,
from
wait, those are
Everyday
upside down.
Explorers. And they are super cute.
Cute.
So it's kind of the same theme as a lot of her acrylic stamp sets. So Everyday
Mhm.
Explorer does acrylic stamps, and it's with her amazing designs.
I love her
And
potato mode.
it's just so good. I bought some special stuff from the Travelers table too. The Travelers Factory.
I didn't
Uh,
see that.
you didn't see these
What the?
keychains?
Oh my
So they
god.
came out with the four different keychains that matches the limited sets: Travelers Train, Travelers Hotel, Travelers Records, and Travelers Airlines. And so they made these acrylic keychains to go with the
Are
theme, and I
they
got them.
available anywhere?
They are already all sold out at the event, but I'm sure
Ah.
if you go to Japan though, you have to see. They might restock these at the
Okay.
Travelers Factory.
Yeah. They're really
So
cute. Did you get
I
all
got
of
the
them?
I got the hotel one only because
Oh,
I
okay.
don't need all of them. And the hotel is my favorite one.
Yeah, it's the
So
best one.
so I got this keychain, and then actually Rickshaw did a weird
Ooh.
a fun kind of like project with us where they made these sleeves that fits like A5 Slim. Basically, our
They did it for
sparring
travelers?
kind of, but it's not
Oh,
branded, but it's just kind of like a fun project that we
cool.
decided to do at the show. So you can put and store the travel and sketch sparring notebook in here, and then the pockets are great for brushes, and then
Why
the
didn't you
back
tell me
pocket
this? I
can
literally
fit.
didn't know about this.
You have to come by. You didn't come by.
I
And the
didn't have
back
time.
the back pocket, the front side has three like pen size pockets, and the back
Mhm.
is a big pocket. You can put the palette
That's
in there.
really
So
cute.
this is literally the travel and sketch like
Oh
pouch.
my god.
I'm so glad
I
I
feel a
snagged one.
little slighted as a friend right
It
now.
comes in beige and olive too.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
Nice.
yes.
Very nice.
All right, let me see
Oh.
if they still had some in the back. I don't know if we sold out of those or not. Maybe we did. Um, okay, and also I wanted to shop from Paper Treats. Sorry, not Paper Treats. Cute Things from Japan. And Eric Small Things, but Ayako banned me from her table. She said I'm not allowed to buy stuff from her.
Well, I think because
Ugh.
yeah. We
I
all know
wanted
why, don't
I
we?
wanted I wanted everything, but I ended up still managing to grab one of the
Okay, so
loose
what's
leaf.
the deal with these?
So these are the Eric X Clyde
Uh-huh.
KLEID. So they do those like what do you call those 26
Like
hole
multi-ring
ring
binder.
kind of binder thing. So these are like the loose leaf monthly calendar for
Mhm.
those. But I matched it up to the plotter rings, and they fit in the plotter rings. So I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
yes,
good.
I'm
I
gonna
was gonna
use this.
say, would it fit in the plotter?
Yes, it does.
Oh man,
I'm gonna use it with my plotter instead of the plotter diary refill next year. So
nice.
I did snatch that, and obviously the stickers and coasters. Oh,
Yep,
okay. Let's see. Is that all? I think that's all I bought. That's all I bought. I
that's
did
it.
buy a few more knick-knack stuff like on the day that we were in San Francisco. Like,
Yeah,
I went
I
to
just wasn't
my.
gonna talk about those.
It was a bunch of like
Yeah.
small postcards and stickers, but I went to Mido on
Oh yeah, you
Wednesday,
got to go there and I
and
didn't.
they have these Waringo color swatch papers. They're so good. It's kind of those kind of like if you do an ink swatch over it, it will block out some areas.
Like
So
it'll once it dries, you'll be able to see like I know they did one with the Cheshire Cat eyes and mouth on it
yeah,
before.
yeah, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So they basically had these kind of like ink different styles, like a photo frame thing. I thought it would be cute to make color story swatches, like kind of combine four different inks and put it on one
Hmm.
strip. I'll show it someday on stream. It's really hard to
Someday.
explain. Yes. Um, and that's my haul. That is my haul, and I want to jump quickly to the next part, which is the
The
most
shout outs.
memorable
Oh.
experience at San Francisco Pen Show. Even though we did say a little bit about it,
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted to add one more thing. I almost cried at my table Friday when Dino Lemon came to my table and gifted me this adorable photo card of Cookie,
It's really
and
cute.
like in like this plastic sleeve and decorated with like stickers. It was one of those like internet friends are great and they're also amazing because like whenever we have opportunities to meet, a lot of people go out of their way to prepare goodie bags
Hmm.
and things, and I feel so like bad that I just didn't have time to do any of that to for people. I mean, I feel like my stickers were like my largest attempt at
Yeah.
sharing something special, but our friend Diana Lemon really went and like researched all of the Discord friends'
Hmm.
pets and made like little photo cards. So a lot of us got these super adorable kind of souvenir memento from her, and this is the exact photo of Cookie, my golden doodle, on my phone screensaver. So
Which is kind of wild.
I
Like,
know.
out of all the
Because
Cookie photos.
of all the Cookie photos that I share on Discord, this one's the silliest too, because he just stares at you like a little evil devil, like "Mom, I don't like what you're saying to me"
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
It's
He's really,
so
really cute.
so funny. But anyway, I almost cried because it was just such a nice gift. Little special memento. Oh, our friend from Greece.
Yeah, yeah. I actually have that one right here.
Oh my god.
She gave both me and April these little envelopes and a little note. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she was very, very sweet. And like, she was just like, "Oh, I came from Greece. I wanted to give these to you in April, and I hope you can
Mm.
come visit sometime." And I'm like, that's really, it's just so sweet to, you know, meet you guys.
And to make time to like make something for us, it's
Yeah,
just like
it's very special.
so yeah, I was a whirlwind of emotions
Yeah,
at the San Francisco Pen Show.
for sure.
Um, vendor shout outs. Let's
Okay,
shout out
let's
some
go.
people that we probably haven't talked about yet or wanted to mention a little bit.
Yep.
Um, well, I did already talk about Paper Treats, but I also again just wanted to applaud her for making this newsletter. I know she used
Yeah.
to study journalism, so this was
Oh, cool.
literally like her thing,
Yeah.
and she made this amazing like kind of New York Times esque basically handout newspaper thing. It's got like a special thank you to the San Francisco organizer. Features, Judy and her collaboration freebies. It's just so well made and just so much thought put into the design and like the execution. Like I honestly would really recommend San Francisco Pen Show organizers to commission her to make something like this for the pen show,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
If there's like a map, like details, vendor highlights, like special event details on the newspaper like that, like what an amazing
I
collectible.
also I wanted to say, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to anyway because nobody rules us. um, so there was a little postcard thing that the San Francisco Pen Show people gave out that was like, if you get a signature from, I don't know, 6, 7 vendors, something like that, and
Hmm.
turn the card in, that you get the San Francisco Pen Show exclusive ink.
Yes.
Um, but I just want to say for vendors that was not very great because it would just be a rush of people going to get the signature, not buying anything from the vendor, and just going to the next vendor to get the signature. So I think it was meant to create, like, you know, more
Attention
traffic to
to
different booths, but it just ended up being people just getting all the signatures, and it I just don't think it was a very good way to do that. I don't know.
I think like you said, they probably expected that, hey, this is the opportunity for people to make it to those vendors, especially maybe most of them are sponsors. Probably
Yeah.
that's why. But I can also see that happening. Like they weren't really lingering at the tables. They're
Yeah,
just
like
like, got it, gone,
I
done. I'm
heard a
like,
bunch of people talking about it, so I just wanted to bring that up. But
yeah. But
anyway,
hey, that's a good way to give out showings, though.
yeah,
Versus before, it's a little bit more interactive, a little bit more fun. I think gets people around the show venue, maybe like to kind of see, not just to visit that particular vendor, but like on the way there, you
sure.
get to. We have a lot of people stop by Plotter's booth, like, "Are you guys 57?" I'm like, "Oh, right across you." It's done well.
Yeah.
There they are. So it was kind of funny. Um, let's take turns shouting out. Who do you
Okay.
want to shout out next?
Um, well, and this might be controversial because, I was working his booth, but I did want to shout out CY because he put so much work into his pen, the Kakari, and like, I, the guy does not take breaks. He goes to pee like once during the day of a show and like barely eats anything. Like, he'll have like maybe 5 minutes if someone's late for an appointment and he like scarfs the food down.
Oh
Like,
my god.
he works really hard, and I just appreciate like what he does for people. He brings very cool inks and like pen sleeves and pens to shows that people don't get to see in the States. So I just wanted to show my appreciation because he's cool and I like him a little bit.
Nice. I want to shout out Kirk Penrose.
Yes, Kirk.
He's
He
a,
was right
he's a
next to
tr-
our table.
he's a trooper. I think he was dealt the worst card of
He
the entire
definitely
show.
was. It
The
was
the
the worst
table,
seat.
it
Yeah.
was the furthest table from in the entire room. Um,
Yeah.
but I see him grinding away. He's got
Yeah.
all these cool products, stickers, his rickshaw sleeves,
Yeah.
koozies with his designs, and like I just love that he made those laser engraved nibs, and I just want
I
him to keep
know.
doing it
I
for
think
all
he
the
is going to keep
shows.
doing it because,
Yes,
yeah, I
yes.
mean, I didn't talk to him about it, but I'm just
It's
assuming.
such a great like take home thing
Yeah,
from
because then you
going to a
go,
pen
oh,
show.
this is the pen show I went to specifically. And
And it's not like it's breaking your bank. It's like what,
yeah,
30 $40
like 30
for,
bucks, I think. And
yeah,
then if you get a
and
grind, it'd be more. But,
such a cute memento to take home. And then obviously he has all these nice like pens, and
hmm
he takes so much care. Like you know how like Narwhal had all those um, Voyager style pens with all the different materials, but
hmm
he numbers them so that people can
yeah,
pick exactly the one they want. I
yeah,
just feel like he put in a lot of thoughts into selling the pens that he does, and then he also just does amazing nib grinds. Like
yeah.
for a lot of our beginner friends who are just getting the fountain pens and trying to get a nib grind, I
hmm
always just like, yeah, Kirk really is the guy to go. Like
Yeah,
he has all these samplers. He's gonna give you a great nib at a good price. So really,
for
really
sure.
wanted to shout out Kirk, and I also feel sad because I didn't get to spend too much time with him at the show.
Even I didn't. I was right next to his booth.
I
I'd
know,
be
like
like,
we're not even
Kirk,
in the
hey.
after darks and stuff. So
Yeah. Okay, who's my
mhm.
next one? Oh, Everyday Explorers Co. Like, I guess we've already said everything, but Christine is so talented and cool, and I really love that she designed a stamp set just for pen shows. Because I know she did design that one that we talked about forever ago on the podcast. That's like
Mhm.
that is pen centric, but I like that it's pen show centric.
Mhm. And
And
it was very like a um full circle thing to see her at this show because
yeah,
literally 2019, I think, I went to PlannerCon, which
oh
happens
yeah,
to also be at the Grand Hyatt, just like across the street
oh
from this
okay, oh
hotel.
that's right, yeah,
And I went to help her sell her stamps at PlannerCon.
Oh
And it
yeah.
was just so real to see her now in the pen community too,
Yeah.
selling her stamps. So it was very, very full circle. I love it so much.
And Abby C was helping her out too, and that was
Mm.
also great to see her again. Hi, Abby.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next one. Oh, I was gonna shout out some like vendors that I wish I could spend more time at and look.
Hmm.
And one is Musubi. Apparently,
Hmm.
they came out with this new paper called Rasa paper, and it's really fun and
I know. I'm
really
so bummed I didn't get to stop at his
interesting.
table.
He was selling these small packs of notebooks, but also like I do not have suitcase space for more
I
notebooks.
barely had suitcase
Oh my
space.
god, did you have to check your luggage? Like it
I
was the
had to.
heaviest.
I had to because they did that thing where they're like, "We're looking for volunteers to,"
Oh,
and
they
then
made you check
nobody
it.
did, and they're like, "You have to check it." I'm like, "Cool."
But this was the heaviest I've ever had my carry-on be for this show. It was
Nice.
wild. Like I was having trouble hoisting it up
Yeah.
into the carry-on space. I was telling our friends I had to do instead of a double hoist, I was
Yeah.
doing a triple
The
hoist, like the lift, the turn, and then the shove. So it was a triple hoist moment. But
Nice.
yeah, it would be nice to like spend more time at Musubi thing. But I think their table is also kind of like in the entryway to everything. So also like a weird spot to stand around for too long. I think
Right.
Lemur Inks too. I think their table is kind of
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
I wanted to
Um,
see them too. Ah.
I know they always have good inks. The Robert Oster inks.
Yeah, I love Robert Oster.
And then I'll just lump this one really quickly
Sure.
together. Tactile Turn.
Yes,
That's
which
just
was
like
also close to where I was too.
the ballpoint and the pens. That's like that really cool clicky kind of
Mm-hmm.
curvy
It's
thing.
very tactilely pleasing.
And I was just telling them how I wanted like a previous edition from them. Like it's kind of those things. It's similar with Blackwing and Traverse Notebook.
Hmm.
We always came out with special editions or like that year's exclusive, and then
Hmm.
if you miss it, you miss it. So
And that's just how it is, you know. But I actually really wanted to, because Mike actually lost his knife. He actually did find his knife though,
Oh,
but he'd
okay.
recently lost it. And they were Tactile Turn was also selling knives. I was like, oh, I want to get one for Mike, and I'm like, wait, I can't take that in my carry on.
That's right. You can't take a knife in your
I
carry-on,
could have just checked it, but you know, I didn't. I
but
just didn't want
still,
to. And then
but
I had
still.
to anyway. So yeah. Okay, and then I wanted to shout out the Ians.
The
So
Ians.
first of all, Urushi by Ian, Ian Scarborough. He is a young kid. He's still in college in Seattle. He does really beautiful Urushi work on fountain pens. Um, so at CY's table, we were helping him sell some of his. They were Pilot Custom Heritage 92. So those are, I think, Pilot's cheapest piston fill gold nib
Hmm.
pen. And they're kind of smaller pens, but they're transparent. And so Ian did like the cap and the end cap,
Hmm.
and then the grip section he urushied.
Oh wow.
And it ended up look like this really cool. Like he did a, what's that style where it's kind of textured? Oh my god, I can't remember that.
I'm not good at this.
Ishime.
Okay.
You're like, I don't know what you're saying. So there's the Ishime style and then just the like smooth style. Um, he's a very sweet person, and it was cool to like meet him again. Um, and then of course Ian Schoen.
Hmm.
So I know everybody's been talking about the Monarch nib for like a while, and I was just kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. It's cool looking. Like a lot of these things that people hype up, and when you're online, I feel like you're safe because you're not super tempted, but you see it in person, and you're like, oh, that's really cool. Like, and the Monarch nib is not cheap, so it's something that I'm just
Yeah.
mad because I have to save up for one now. But it's a very cool. Um, I got to see one that somebody had bought and brought over. You can get it in like all these different finishes. Like
Hmm.
this lady got a purple one, and I was like, oh man, this is so cool.
The anodized aluminum or no
Yeah.
anodized steel thingy. Yeah, the colors.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know what I'm saying.
I just appreciate Ian Schoen because he is such a nice guy. I might have said this before, but every time I've seen him at a table at a pen show, like he reminds me of like guys that my brother would hang out with in high school. Like just like really solid dudes that are just always there. You can always count on them. Like I don't know him personally, but he just has that vibe, and I just
Aw,
appreciate his work.
that's so nice. Yeah, it was nice to see him again too after DC. I bought a bunch from him from DC, so I'm like, I gotta hold back. I can only admire from afar.
Yeah, I know. I
But
kept just walking by and like picking it up and playing with it. I'm like, oh dang it, I gotta go.
and then one final shout out. I am so mad that I didn't get the chance to go buy Inky Converter.
And I'm so mad that I didn't get a chance either
I
because we
want
both
the
love your stuff.
stamps. I want your stickers. Like it wasn't until I came back and looked at other people's haul photos of like,
Mhm.
the sticker mule, the pen mule,
Yep.
and then the mouse with the pen and the penguin, obviously. Because I remember last year, San Francisco, I bought like the stamps from her, stickers, washi tape, all the things. And this year, I was like, damn it! Sorry, I cursed again. But I wanted your stickers so bad.
It's a curse light, you know. It's not a terrible one.
Curse light,
It's
LIT.
like a PG
Um,
movie, maybe.
but oh man, I wish I'm like waiting for an Etsy shop to open so I can
Yeah.
like
Oh man.
retroactively complete the San Francisco Pen Show experience
Right.
by having
Yeah.
at least one or two of her stickers on my spreads.
I know.
So
Someday, April, we need to go to a pen show where we're both not working,
I
so that
know.
so that we can like experience the experience. You know.
I feel like we never got the real experience.
Yeah. I mean, the closest I came was the past couple years working for Oblation and going because I was able
That's
to
true.
buy pens for the store and like
That's
check
true.
out. It was more leisurely, I think. But
I want a leisurely SF Pen Show. This
yeah,
has been the most physically and emotionally tiring show I've ever
I
been.
think it's the hardest I've worked in my life, to be honest.
Me too.
like in terms of hours and breaks, like it was a lot, but
we
it was.
were exerting our throats
Yeah,
so much
yeah,
and like physical labor wise, like that Friday, like that
yeah.
morning
That
rush
Friday
and
was.
setting up, it was I was sweat through
Yeah.
my pants.
Oh yeah.
Like it was so wild. And I was like, have I ever done such an event? Like it was so wild. But anyway, yeah, it was I wanted a leisurely San Francisco Pen Show
Someday,
experience
one of
too.
these days.
I know I want to go around, like what I really want to go around, which I didn't get to do this time,
Mhm.
is which I want to do next show. Go around with my TN and just have all these
Yeah.
vendors and
Everybody
artists and
sign.
sign my
Ah,
TN.
yeah.
Ugh,
That's the goal.
I
And then we can
couldn't.
use our stamp set and put the little stamps on, and yeah, it'll be
Yes.
so cute. Um,
Ugh.
but I just want to say I truly enjoyed seeing each and every person even people that won't listen to this podcast. I just always love talking with pen nerds, and like I feel like every single person you can say, oh, what do you have there? Let me see what you bought, and they
I
get all
know.
excited about it. And
That's my favorite thing to do at Pen Show. Like after the initial small talk, it's like
yeah.
let's get down to business. What did you buy? Like I want to see your haul.
And just seeing people's, like, there's this guy Ned that you guys might know in the community. He loves Leonardo, and then there's this specific blank that he has from like a bunch of different pen manufacturers, like because people can use the same blank, and he has like a whole like sleeve of all the same stuff, but it's different pens. Like, you're such a nerd, and I love it.
Oh my gosh.
It's just I love being able to like, I guess because at Oblation a lot of times customers will say, oh, I can't nerd out with anybody about this except you guys, and like being in a whole ass space
Yes.
like
Yes.
just to geek out about it is just a special experience.
It was so much geeking out and everyone like it's I think it was Mai who shared with me that and then especially I think with the stationery community too, because we already kind of know each other online and like meeting them in person or having interacted on Instagram, which is what we do a lot with our followers and stuff. she said she was at that corner in that room,
Hmm.
and the Yamamoto folks or whoever the paper folks that was right across
Yeah.
them was just marveling. They're like this younger kid and then the 40-year-old guy that was manning the
Yeah.
booth. They were just marveling at how much screaming, how much
Oh
hugging,
yeah.
how much chatter there was. Like it was not their typical Japanese kamihaku show, like where people are quiet, but it was a lot of like screaming at Maya Judy, screaming
Yeah.
at each other. Like, you know, it was
I
just
probably
so
screamed at
much.
least 5 times when I was shopping that corner.
I know. It was so funny because they were just saying like the Japanese dudes were just like completely like baffled by this like behavior that were exhibited at the pen show between people who loves these things.
That's also me when I'm in Japan and I get weird looks, but
I know, maybe we're
that's
just
fine.
too
People
out
expect
there.
it when they look at me, so I don't care.
I know. It was so much fun, and of course, like kind of to I guess wrap up the pen show summary is
Yeah.
I just really appreciate all the vendors that travel from far away,
Oh
like
yeah,
other parts of the country, like to come to SF, and
for
then
sure.
obviously for people like CY, Ayako, Eric, Judy, who travel from different country,
Yeah,
you know, like you're
it's
coming
no joke.
here like Judy was so dumbfounded by how expensive food is here the
Yeah,
first
dude.
day.
Oh my gosh, I love eating food in Japan
And then it was
and
just like they had to deal with the jet lag, culture shock, like everything, and then to like sell stuff at like
right?
a venue where everyone mostly speaks English, which is
Hmm.
would be terrifying for vendors who are not as fluent in English too. So that's just kind of like, oh, Musubi obviously also fluent. We're
Yeah.
trying to I think this year they did a lot of like flags next to foreign vendors, and I thought that was pretty cool to highlight those who flew
Oh, I didn't even
internationally.
notice that.
Yeah, they did. It was
What?
pretty cool.
Ugh.
So you know, I feel like it takes a lot of bravery and investment for those
Yeah.
vendors to come, and the best we can do is to show our support,
Yep.
right? Like, or at least some appreciation to the efforts that they bring.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
and I again love that the San Francisco Pen Show. I know it's a joke that they're like kind of saying like, oh, it's like almost a stationery show, but I'm like, why not? You know,
Yeah,
like,
it can be
hey,
combined.
stay.
I mean, there's overwhelmingly more pen vendors than stationery vendors,
Oh,
but
of course,
like,
yeah. And so there's just this overlap. You gotta always have new people who are in different hobbies to slowly get into the
yeah.
fountain pen like me. Okay, not slow. I'm very quick to get into the fountain pen. So I just feel like it's a natural progression of things. And I do think we got less smack than last year. You know, how last year there were people who were like, who are all these people who are, buying
All
stationery?
these
So
stationary people. Yeah.
yeah, we got a little bit of that last year, and I think I got none of that this year. So this is great. Like I really like how open minded those people are becoming.
Mhm.
We oh, you forgot to talk about the thief.
I kind of remembered it, and I'm like, should we talk about this? I guess, like,
Other pen podcasts will cover it. It's
yeah.
fine.
He got
But
caught though, so
he
that's
got
good. That's the
he got
punchline.
caught. But okay, I gotta throw in this story though. I witnessed it. So I was helping Eric Small Things facilitate all these workshops
Mhm.
and Ayako as well for 3 days. So that was the last day of the workshop, Saturday afternoon. And I
Mhm.
was begging Ayako, like the Travelers team, Job, me, Christina, and Jessica. We really wanted to like try and stamp some of their inks because obviously there's no way for us to take that workshop
Sure.
because we're busy.
Yeah.
And so they're like, they really graciously let us use the stamps for 15 minutes, like after their workshop ends at
Mhm.
4:30, right before they clean up. So we were just like in the room,
Mhm.
right, like the outlooks between Bungu Box and Drum Ghouls, and
Mm.
my face was facing that way. So we were all just stamping like aggressively, like
Yeah.
they're like doing the stamp pad. And then I just looked up and suddenly I just see the Coles of London guy like tackling the guy, that the
No
thief. And
way.
then I like literally witnessing it in full. But the thing is, the four of us, the five of us, will not stop stamping. It's like
Well,
Like
they've got it handled.
we're like craning our leg, our necks, and to see what's going on out the door.
So
But
funny.
none of us is willing to stop what we're doing, which is to
Yeah.
collect as much Eric Small Thing stamps as possible. So it was so funny. We're like, what's going on out there? This is the sound. I don't know. I think someone got caught. Like, and then it's just like we just continue to stamp, like, because this is more important. Oh my god, that was another memorable experience at the pet show.
Yeah, no, it was. I'm glad that the guy got caught though, because
Yeah.
that's not okay.
Apparently, the guy lingered at travelers' tables too, but probably didn't know what to pick up or steal because
Yeah.
they're all so cheap compared to $500 pens.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, wow, what a long episode, and I
Yeah.
think I do still want to kind of get into this topic a little bit before we wrap up because while we were at San Francisco Pen Show,
Hobonichi
Hobonichi
dropped.
dropped the entire lineup. Friday night was it, and then or
Yeah.
Thursday night, and I was like, I'm
And
too
April
tired
was
to look.
like, Hobonichi dropped. I'm like, oh my god. And I like looked on my phone a little bit. I'm like, I've seen all these anyway.
But I'm also like, I'm too tired to look through every single one of them. So
But then we still kind of looked at like a
at the
handful.
ones that we liked, but
Yeah.
I even now I'm still having that little panic thought, like, oh shoot, I still have not decided what I'm buying on September 1st. So
Ah,
maybe sometime tonight, I guess. But I have a few on my short list. The first one is the banana hammer.
I can't handle that. I was so when I saw Mike and I was telling him about it, I didn't really tell him about it. I just showed him and I was like, look at this. And he's like, what's this? Is that a banana? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what does it do? I'm like, it's a banana hammer. He's like, it's just a metal banana. It's small. But it's actually very artfully designed. I can't talk about it seriously.
They said they like really modeled it against like a real banana
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
like everything right. Like
Yeah.
they molded it and stuff, and like so it's functional, it's aesthetically pleasing, it's small but mighty, and I want it. And I can't think of any other product that just describes Hobonichi
Yep.
in a nutshell compared to
100%.
any other brands. Like
Yeah.
they just that they just can't.
It's a banana
Kinda,
hammer.
they can do that, and they will do that, and that's why we love them.
We
So
can put it on our toast plate or put it in the little teeny tiny bag that they're releasing this year.
oh my god, I can't. That's why I'm placing an order from their site to get those bags. So that one, and I'm also getting all the Hiroko Kuboto's pencil boards.
Mm-hmm.
The illustrated pencil boards with the the one where it's like all the
Aurora
lights.
Duty.
Aurora Duty.
Twinkle Shells is the new one.
Lights, whatever.
Count the
And
lights.
then I'm so lights. I love the Opanchu Usagi from the spring release.
I hate it so much.
I love it so much. So I cannot wait to
can't
get
stand it.
every accessories in that collection. There's like the memo pad, there's the sticker flakes, there's I don't know.
It makes me uncomfortable.
I love it so much. It's ugly, cute, and I love it. I love it so much.
There's two types of people. Yeah, it's too much for me. But it's just one of those things.
And then I obviously need a cover for my cousin because I'm getting that Vec. And the one cover for sure is the Mina Perhonen Symphony, which is the yellow zipper case.
Which I'm surprised from you for some reason.
I really like that aesthetic. I feel like I just am really going for a more cheery, bright summer look for my Hobonichi this year, which is why I end up getting the color covers, the regular ones.
I wish they made the Cherry Blossom Avenue in an A5.
I know, me too.
It's so good.
So annoying that they didn't.
Yeah,
that's like the best color.
It is the best.
I am debating a green cover, so I'm going between the water green leather one or the veluto.
Oh yeah, the veluto I think is more you.
So we're gonna have the pleasure of being able to touch them in real life when we go to Tobichi later
I
this year.
already will when I'm at work. Ah!
Okay, good. That's cool. Really, you have both of those? Maybe
Yeah.
I should go down to Portland then.
Yeah, we're gonna get both. We're
Okay,
getting the
cool.
whole lineup.
All right, all right.
Well,
I'm
with
gonna
the
think
exception
about
of
it.
the Japan only things.
I'm gonna think about it because I do like I don't trust the lifestyle photos. Even though
I
lifestyle
know.
photos are great, they don't look like that in real life. They adjust the lighting and stuff. So I really want to see the water green leather in actual lighting
Yeah, me too.
and the veluto as well. So
Can I just complain about the lifestyle photos for a second? Because, okay,
I know
with
which
the
one you're gonna complain about.
so with the bow and tie cats,
Yes.
they had the opportunity for 3 different covers because they're doing the Weeks and the A6 hone, A5 hone.
Mm-hmm.
There's no cat in the photo. What's with that? You could have had this really cute little photo shoot with the kitty, and there's nothing there, and it's just this girl with a ball of yarn, and I'm like, well, I want a cat with a ball of yarn. That's the whole
I
thing.
think they were trying to allude to the fact that the girl is the cat.
No, nope.
Nope, doesn't work.
That's a thumbs down for me. I'm still buying it, but
Well, since you mentioned that, I'm just gonna finish up my final list. I don't know. I kind of
yeah,
want a hunt this year.
I know, and
I
I'm
don't-
gonna keep telling you not to do it.
Really, I kind of
Well,
want the
what do you need it
cat
for?
in the A6 hunt.
Oh, the A6. Okay.
With the cat. Bow
Yeah,
and tie.
but like, I don't know.
Because it's got that green background.
But you don't use an A6
I don't.
yet.
Maybe I could.
This is the thoughts we all have, though. So I think it's important to voice that we all
Maybe
go through it.
maybe I will use the A6 as the house journal this year.
Like how you used the Fleur Your Lab
Mm-hmm.
that you haven't touched in a few months.
Yes. Hey, but maybe it'll work next year. You never know.
I'm still trying to like think about the Fleur Your Lab. I think I should just get one just so I know what it's like. But then that's what I did for the hours, and I barely used that, and I feel so bad for it. It's.
And I'll think about it. Maybe I'll just buy the hung when I'm in Japan. We'll see.
You probably will. Let's be real.
I probably will, especially if the exchange rate keeps going.
Oh my god, yes. I know it's so bad there for them, but good for us.
Yes. All right, what's on your list for the Hobonichi shopping cart?
Literally, still little gifts. Like,
Weeks? Or no, the A6?
No, I hate the Weeks because it is very creepy.
The singular cat in the frame.
The cat like clutching onto these 2 plushies, and it says, "I hope you have a wonderful day" at the bottom. I'm like, I don't know. It just
in a creepy way.
It's really weird. It doesn't work for me, but I am thinking about the folder sets that are little gifts. They have the A6 and the A5, and then there's the so both covers in A6 and A5 are the same, and I'm really debating, like, do I want both or do I want just one? I don't know. Like, my life is crazy, and then of course the
like
cats
hard life decisions right here.
It's
Like,
terrible.
do I want that one or that one?
I really would need the bow and tie cat Weeks because obviously. But I don't think I'm gonna get like a cousin or a planner. I don't think
you have your sterling ink.
I've got the sterling ink on the way, and now I can be one of those people that's upset that they don't make covers for B6.
You're one of the people that's gonna be complaining now.
No, I won't complain. I know what I was getting into.
Let's see. I'm like trying to think what brand makes B6 covers. Oh wow.
I have hand stitched leather tee, but I'm just thinking about something else too. I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to and then I'm looking at that Anone because that means listen. And it's the little I love what they say in the copy about the cats, they're chatting with each other. It's like all these little cat heads. Anone. I'm like, oh, I want the cats. So I don't know.
Do they have cats in the lifestyle photos?
No. They totally, you guys, you know.
I feel like maybe it's a thing. Maybe cats are so sacred in like marketing promotion that they were afraid they're using the wrong cats.
That's fair. But no cat is the wrong cat. That's not a thing. But see, I was thinking about Poe, the kind cat, from however many years ago.
That's
2018.
true.
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
why couldn't we get Poe in there?
Well, Poe was not in the photo shoot. It was a photograph.
That's true. It was just a
Yes.
photo. Ugh. But anyway,
But still.
I'm kind of trying to keep it chill with Hobonichi, but both of us are going to Japan in November, so what do we know? We know nothing.
We will have zero chills once we landed.
Yeah, I think I know that for sure.
Let's make a plan. I know even though we're already meeting up on that first date, but let's make a plan to go to Tobichi together.
I was literally just like, I should go to Tobichi. Like,
The Stationery Cafe, because we already also promised Bungu Box that we'll visit them.
Oh yeah.
So let's make a Stationery Cafe stationery tour day.
Cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
We'll do live streams, a little like Instagram live.
Yes.
Kelly with her coffee and her second coffee and her third coffee.
Hey. I feel added.
Nice. All right, finally wrapping this episode up. Exciting things to look forward to. I'm excited for rest because finally no more shows.
I know. Yeah,
Until
you
the
were kind
end
of
of the
on
year.
it in August.
I've been flying so much since the beginning of the year. I was telling people I think I took like 6 flights, and that's like not counting that they're to and fro. And then like did 4 shows, this is the 5th shows. And I'm like exhausted. So I just want to rest. And then kind of gear myself up for a show that I can enjoy, which is Creative Expo that's coming up in
Yeah.
Taiwan, which is that huge celebration of Taiwanese artists and illustrators all around and coming out with new items.
And that's when you're going to see Judy again?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's so cool. I want to share something. I wasn't sure how to even say it on the podcast. I already told some people in San Francisco, but I did get a job somewhere else, and I'm leaving Oblation.
End of an era.
It's the end of an era. It's very bittersweet, because it's been like my second home for like over 5 years now, and I don't want to say like I'm not leaving for any ill reason. It's just kind of I feel like I'm ready for a change and I'm ready for something new, and I'm still gonna go there because there's so many good things there.
But now we will no longer have all the Kelly sneak peeks,
no
like
sneak peeks.
Something's cool coming.
I'm gonna be like a normal person.
Like the rest of us.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share that on here just because I know a lot of people associate me with Oblation. And it's a big deal.
And now you're going to be premium Japanese wood.
Yep.
Still cool.
Yeah, still Japanese related, if you need fancy...
If you need some siding.
If you need siding for your house, hit me up. I don't know anything about it yet, but I'm starting on Tuesday, so...
I love it.
It's kind
and
of
actually, as we speak, and as this podcast is released, Stamp Caravan is making its last stop from Traverse Company at Oblation Papers and Press. So go there if you want to enjoy the stamps.
And actually, I should bring one of my notebooks to get all the stamps.
You should, because I was at the pen show for the entire 3 days, and I did not use the traveler stamps for a single time. Oh my goodness.
That's because they were working us to the bone.
I know. But anyway, I think it was a long recap. Maybe we just hit another one of our longest episodes.
I'm pretty sure this episode is 2 hours long.
Almost. We're 10 minutes away from that.
Okay.
And Cookie's getting antsy.
I just saw a tail wagging in the background. Cute.
He's ready.
Hi, Cookie. I know
to
he
get
can't hear
dinner.
Me. Oh,
Mr.
Good boy.
But anyway, thank y'all for listening to us kind of go on and on about the San Francisco Pen Show. It's just so fun.
Yeah.
We can't help it. And we look forward to who knows, next year and seeing more of the listeners or at any other events actually. So Again, this is April from Penguins Creative.
And this is Kelly from Kelly Love Letters.
See you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.